welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here today. Now, today's reading is for the month of February 2026 for the water sign Cancer. Cancer, I hope that you are doing well. I hope that 2026 is off to a good start for you. Can't believe we're already into the second month. January seems to have flown by. Okay, for the reading today, I'm going to be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck to do a 10-card Celtic cross spread. If I need to clarify, I have the Gilded Tarot deck here as well, the mini one. And like I usually remind you, I would suggest that you watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and rising to give you a full overview of the energy surrounding you at this time. If you do enjoy the reading today, please consider giving the video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. Leave a comment. You could also subscribe to the channel. That way you will be notified when I do post new videos. And if you're looking for shorter, more frequent content, you can find that over on TikTok. Follow me over there. I'm at Changing Phases Tarot on TikTok. And I'm currently in the middle of doing a Learn to Read the Tarot series over on TikTok. So I'm up to part 100 and something right now. But if you're interested in reading the tarot for yourself, right, new year, maybe that's something that you're looking to get into, you might want to take a look at the videos over there. I go through each of the cards in the upright and reverse position, and then we'll be moving into like spreads and kind of going through the meanings of the combinations of the cards. Okay, so let's get going. So center of your spread, you begin with the Page of Pentacles. So for some of you, there could be news coming in, an offer potentially, or news of this offer, of a job offer, or a new way for you to make money. Sometimes the Page of Pentacles shows up when there is like a lump sum of money coming in. Could be dealing with a younger earth sign individual, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But typically, Pentacles is the suit of earth, so it has to do with the work that we do. It's our home, our family, material possessions, right, here in the physical realm. And pages in the tarot, they go off on quests. Pages bring news of an offer. The knights go off on quests. But pages bring news of an offer. But this, as it is very tangible, as earth energy, we can kind of think of it, as being like news about the offer, but there's like staying power to it. So it's, it's kind of almost a given, it's more, it's a news, but there's definite growth potential with this news about a new job, a new way for you to make money. Wow, powerful. And it's crossed by what could help or hinder the Magician. This is number one of the major arcana. So yeah, for some of you, you might be manifesting a brand new job this month. That is amazing. The Magician is associated with the air sign of Gemini and earth sign of Virgo. So it's air and earth energy. But the Magician has all of the tools at his disposal here to manifest, to bring down into reality whatever it is that he wants, right? So he's very powerful. He's like the sort of the ace of aces, right? So it's very powerful energy. So you are manifesting that dream job, right? Bringing into reality this new way for you to make to make money. In the deep past, right? Foundation of your spread, you have the Nine of Wands. So you could have been feeling just, very tired, overworked, just tired of dealing with, one thing after another. It's like it was constantly one thing after another in the workplace. Could be to do with, the work that you do. The Suit of Wands can also be creative projects and endeavors, business ventures. But the Nine is sometimes referred to as like the Wounded Warrior card. You can see that she's sitting down, but she still is holding on to her wand. So even though she looks like she's resting, she's ready to defend herself, right, at a moment's notice. So there might be one last hurdle that you have to jump over, one last obstacle that you have to face, right, when the Nine of Wands shows up. But ultimately, she's going to be able to do it to get to the Ten of Wands, which will be the ending to a cycle. Wow, in the recent past, we have the Tower. This is major arcana number 16. This is very powerful energy. And, depending on when you watch the video, you might have already experienced this Tower energy, right? For some, you might be going through it at this time, but it's very fiery. It's associated with the fire sign of Aries. And, the tower comes in to really just, it's complete destruction. It's knocking down this particular structure to, to kind of level everything to be able to rebuild, but rebuild in a more solid, solid fashion. And the guidance with the Tower card when it shows up in a reading is to embrace the change, right? By embracing whatever this Tower moment is and being willing to adapt and, willing to sort of open ourselves up to this change, we're able to kind of better navigate through this time period, I guess. And, obviously it's going to be different for everybody watching. It could be in the workplace because we have Pentacles and Wands showing up here. So there could be a shakeup. This could be, finding out that your position is you're going to be let go at your place of work, or there's restructuring. But ultimately, and I often give the example of perhaps you've been working for a particular company for quite a long time, not really happy in the job, but doing it just because it is a job. And there really, there aren't other opportunities or haven't been opportunities around you. And then out of nowhere, the company announces that, your position, you're going to be made redundant. So that sort of forces you to move on, right? And even though it's very unexpected and it can be traumatic to deal with, ultimately it's going to push you towards where you wanted to go anyway, which is, out of there and towards a different job. We have crowning your reading, message from your higher self. Yeah, so there's positive. We have the Sun coming in, the most positive card in the deck. This is number 19 of the Major Arcana. And the Sun it's good health, it's vitality. The Sun is associated with the fire sign of Leo. So we have fire energy with Aries and Leo here, with the Tower and the Sun. But, it's good. It's a very positive. So, and it does, when it shows up in a reading, especially in this position, it can kind of lessen or weaken if there are any, difficult energies in the spread. It can sort of lessen the energies of, for example, the Tower card. So we'll see how it plays out with the rest of the cards here. Let's keep going. We have in the near future the Nine of Pentacles. This is the self-reliant bachelorette card. So it's you in this very financially stable position, right? Having created the type of life that you always envisioned for yourself. We see there's wealth here with all of the pentacles, right? There's abundance with the trees laden with fruit there. Everything is very opulent, right? We have the peacock representing opulence. So it's, you're headed towards, and I feel that it's, it does sit opposite this Tower moment. So whatever this Tower moment was in the past, or, is if you're going through it now, it's pushing you towards this, ultimate, better financial position and this sort of abundance in your life. We have you show up as the Three of Swords. And, this can be, it can be a card of disappointment. It can be heartache in a relationship reading. This can show up when there are, sort of a third party situation, when there's one person too many in the relationship. But in general terms, the Three of Swords can speak of heartache. I'll probably clarify this. We'll keep going, but I'll come back to it. So some type of heartache or disappointment. And surrounding you, you have the Hermit. This is number 9 of the Major Arcana. And the Hermit is all about introspection. He goes off, up into the mountains, out into the wilderness, guided only by this inner light, right? That inner knowing, the intuition, kind of on this spiritual quest. So could be, there's this energy surrounding you this month of retreating and, working on your spirituality, doing these sort of spiritual practices, or you're being guided to, you're asked to be guided by your intuition as well, with the Hermit showing up. Wow, you're hoping for, there's a lot of Major Arcanas actually. You have so far 1, 2, 3, 4. This is your 5th Major Arcana showing up. So that, that tells me that there are a lot of divinely orchestrated events coming in this month for you. and you're hoping for victory. This is number 7 of the major arcana. This is the Chariot, and the Chariot is associated with the water sign of Cancer. So this is you showing up very strongly here in the spread in this position of hopes and fears. So you're hoping for victory. The Chariot can represent a move. This can be movement, moving across land. This can be buying a vehicle, selling a vehicle, travel in general. But as a card of victory, it's like a victory, but, it's been hard fought for. It hasn't just been handed to you on a silver platter. So you've worked hard for this victory. Yeah, and you end the month with the Ace of Pentacles. So this is that new job offer that I was saying, right? With this Page of Pentacles at the center, the spread, you have the Magician, you have the Ace of Pentacles. It's the new offer coming in. So this could be, again, it could be a windfall of money as well. So, for those of you who do play like the lottery or buy the scratch cards, those types of things, I'm not encouraging anybody to do that. But if that's something that you do, you might win a lump sum of money. For others, this could be just a new job offer coming in, a new way for you to make money. And there's great growth potential surrounding it. Yeah, and you could be going up. We have as the overall energy, the 5 of Wands. You could be going up against, these are your competitors. This is a card of competition, and this often shows up when you are interviewing for a new position. But it's, they're just trying to gain the upper hand, right? Come out on top, get the promotion, get the job. Let me go ahead. I will just clarify just the one card, the 3 of Swords, even though we have a lot of very positive energy showing up in the spread. It's interesting that you're showing up as a 3 of Swords. I mean, it could be, you're feeling a bit disappointed with this 3 of Swords, or this might have to do with some past disappointment. So what is the 3 of Swords in the spread for Cancer? Clarify the 3 of Swords for the month of February. What is the 3 of Swords in the spread? Do one last shuffle. And divide the deck. Okay, and clarifying the 3 of Swords, you have the Fool. Yeah, this is the 0 of the major arcana. So this is the first of the major arcana. Has to do with new beginnings, setting off, embarking upon a brand new adventure. So there could have been some type of disappointment in the past that, that might be influencing or, maybe affecting you as you move through the month, especially with all this change coming in. Let me go ahead and I'll pull a couple more here on this 3 of Swords. So we have the Fool, we have the Sun card again, that's a repeater, and the High Priestess, number 2. Wow. So 3 major arcanas came out to clarify the 3 of Swords. So, new beginnings. Again, this good health, vitality, this very positive card with the Sun showing up. And then the High Priestess, she encourages you to tap in, which is interesting because you do have the Hermit there, to tap into your spirituality, pay attention to signs, synchronicities, repeating numbers, messages coming through, especially at nighttime in your dreams. So, focus on developing your spiritual practices this month. But overall, the main message here is this, whatever this new start is, this new beginning, this new phase coming in, and it looks really, really positive for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of February. Bye for now.